Hello everybody, and welcome to my live number 10. Um, my name is Bex from New Zealand, and what a great day it's been today. So, the day today was full of a lot of excitement for many people. Um, a great day of extra knowledge. Um, Gaining insight into a lot of other things as well. But we will talk about that later. Okay. Right now, I'm going to do a little bit of, well, give you a few tips on registration and emails. Okay. Now, let's start with your email. When you register someone, or when they want to register into TBC, they will register via the back office. Yes, via the back office. Just a sec. Can you hear me?
I've muted it. I had to.
I just need to know if anybody can. Again. Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, Carol? Welcome to my broadcast, Carol. I can't see you in my chat. Well, I've got no chat, so I have to rely on Key to fill me in.
They can't hear, Mum.
Yeah.
Still got. Yes, you got a sound.
You can hear me right now?
Yes.
Okay. Whew. Because last night I sat with the mute button on. How great is that? Anyway, let's carry on. Where was I? Email. Okay. Make sure your emails are the same in your back office. Make sure when you use your email that you write it down. Write all the passwords down. I tell you. Make extra sure, I'm saying. Now, also, it's crucial that you have your email open when you start registering people. And I'll tell you why, because most of your verifications, once you register in your back office, are then, within probably 2 seconds, sent to your email address. Now, sometimes it doesn't happen. Usually the reason is because either the back office registration is incorrect against your email that you've used. It's highly likely that it's not the password that's wrong, it's the email address that's wrong. Now, I'll tell you what it does and what it means if you get it wrong. One, when you go to log into your back office, you will not get a complete dashboard full of buttons. You will only get 2 buttons, and that's your profile button and your payment button, okay, your account button. Why is it only 2? Because you haven't verified your back office registration in your email. That's what happens if all goes wrong to your email. So that's important to get it right, because having 2 buttons in your back office doesn't stop you from registering and carrying on with filling out your profile and filling out your payment fee. It allows you to do it. But there is a hiccup with that method. And one of them is, if you do things right all the way through, from the email down to registration, in case kringle.cash back office, if you do it all right, you get all the dashboard in. So if you don't do it right, you only get 2 buttons in your dashboard. That's the clue when you go to your back office. If you only see 2 buttons, something's wrong between your registration and your email. So you need to backtrack and find out what it is. At the same time, do not go in and fill out your profile. Do not go in and pay your payment if you only see 2 buttons up there. Now, this is from experience. Why I say that is because if you can't fix it, then you go and send a help desk ticket regarding your 2 buttons, and that the rest are missing. I don't know how long it takes for it to be fixed and sorted, because I've had quite a few that have never been sorted within a week at the least. So, are you going to wait a week and have that person sitting there for a week and you can't do anything else? Or are you going to fill it in and then suffer other consequences at the same time? Now, go back to registration and those buttons now. Like I said, if all is sweet and all goes through according to plan, through your registration, your email, and back again to your login, you're in. Here's a tip, and it's a great tip to use. Get yourself in a pattern if you're registering a lot of people, because those people are having problems trying to do it themselves. So if you are the sponsor, help them. because you yourself know what it's like to fill in these forms and not know Arthur or Martha as to where you go. So help them out, solve the problems if you have to. If you can't, get the help desk ticket going. Now, for those who do it right, when you get into your back office, what's the number one thing you do? What is the number one thing you do? And I've learned this, and just recently too. I have learned to do it this way. We don't go in and fill out the profile. That can wait. Well, according to me, that can wait. The first thing you must do is go to your marketing tab, marketing button on your dashboard, click on that, look for the third button down or the third tab down, and you'll see change your sponsor from admin to whatever it says. Click on that. Go in, make sure you know your sponsor's user name. That's really important. If you don't know it, get it ASAP. Fill in the sponsor's username. Search for it. It shows you the flow in there as to where you go. Search. That sponsor's link will come up, and in a little red button it says assign as my sponsor. Now, if you only get one name show up, sweet, but double check that it is the person that is your sponsor. Don't just say, oh yeah, it looks like that username, that's him, and click on it. No, check it. Because I've had instances lately where I've had a 66 William, my username for the person I was registering was 66 William. No, William 66, sorry. So when I searched for the user, up came 3 buttons. The first one was 66 William. The second one was William 66. The third one was 6 William 6. Now, if you didn't know your username, you probably just go and click on the one you think is right. But they do have the person's Gmail or email in the information provided. So that you need to check against the username if you're not sure which one it is. But go with the person that you have signed in to search. Make sure it is that person. If it's William 66, click on William 66. Don't use your own variation. Use the one that you've been given. So click on him, assign him as your sponsor. It'll say, a little box will pop up and it'll say something complete. Click on that, go down, close it, go out, go into the genealogy button, next. I hope you're writing all this down. Go to the genealogy button next. Go in there, upline, and it shows you and your sponsor on top. If it is the right person, He should have his profile picture there. If he hasn't, click on view and look up all the details, because it shows all the details of your sponsor. Then you'll be pretty much sure that you are sponsored by the right person. And that person, if he's from New Zealand, has New Zealand under his name and not another country. Always do those two things. Number one, fill in your sponsor. Number two, check your sponsor out. From there, you go down and pay the payment fee. When you pay the payment fee, it usually takes between, say, 20 minutes to an hour to approve. So, do all that. Get out and buy your Bitcoin and whatnot. It takes you a while to do it, but if you're an expert at it or really quick at doing things or a pro, you'll get that done in no time. Because if you're like me, you'll have all those buttons and URLs all set up, ready to go, bang, 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 across the top of your screen. So, out of the payment box, back out into the dashboard, go to your profile. Fill out every single question in your profile. Don't leave a gap. Don't put crosses in it or ticks in it or whatever you think. Use N/A. Not applicable if you don't know or you don't have any of what they're asking. Put your profile picture in. Facebook link. If they're looking for a Facebook link, because they do, and just say you are filling out a registration form for our child. If you are the sponsor of that child or the guardian of that child, put your Facebook link in there. Do not create a Facebook page for a child and put it in there, because you're going to end up putting photos in it and whatnot. And so, to me, that's a no-no. Don't put your children on there. You don't need them to be on there. You, as the sponsor, become responsible for those accounts, for those children that you sign up. It's the same with the phone number. I know some children, as young as 7, have phones to go to school with. Now, don't even use their phone numbers. Use yours as the adult or the responsible person. Am I clear? To understand what I mean? Because you don't want to be exposing your children to the outside world there, the mad world outside there. Keep it, keep them private as much as you can. You, the adult, can handle all the other stuff, putting everything in public. You can handle all that yourself. But yes, keep the children private. I know some have Facebook as well, but, they create that at their own discretion. You are not to create another one for them. Let them be contacted via Facebook, via the responsible adult. It's only in there as another medium of contact for admin. It's probably the last resort they use. But they also nowadays use the Facebook link. Well, you use it, and you only use it for looking up people, to join Facebook, to join TBC if they're not in TBC. And that's the only time you use it. So, it's no biggie that children just use your Facebook. Now, moving on down, the profile page, remember to include your profile photo. Every registration must have that photo on their page, because if you don't, someone in admin will pick it up one day and they'll just stop your page until you do it. So you probably won't be able to see anything or go back in and out of your page if your profile is not complete. I haven't seen that happen to anyone yet, but it's been spoken of by others. Okay? Now, go down. The first of 4 questions happens here. The first one is something, something, something you wish to follow. I think they've changed it now. But that one there has 3 answers. 1, I wish to do it at my own discretion. 2, I wish to follow so-and-so. I think that's number 3. But anyway, of those questions, I always tick number 3, because you never know what's going to change with that account. Yeah, you could say, oh, I just want to sit on the fence. Then, hello, suddenly you go, oh, no, I think I want to do all this. So you've got to go back in there and change it again. Just put it in there at the first place. Don't muck around with the question. Make sure you have your hometown or place of birth or whatever you choose, and your favorite movie, and your favorite food. Now, hey, you can put whatever you like in there. It's your movie, it's your kind of food. And the same with the place name or the town, hometown. Some people have put a nickname in for their place town or their hometown. Hey, that's what they call it. So they can put whatever they like, as long as there's something in that box and as long as they write it down and remember. Because the day you get locked out from login, that's the first 3 things they ask you. What are the answers to your first 3 questions? Home, movie, food. Always put stuff you remember in there. Not stuff you go look up and say, oh, I like the name of that movie. Oh, you use that movie. That'll be fine. It's not. Use what you can remember. Even if you don't write it down, it's up here. I've had somebody just use hometown, rice, movie, rice, favorite food, rice. Because they love rice, so they just use the whole 3. Hey, nothing wrong with that. At least they know the answer to the question. Rice, rice, rice. Nothing dumb about that. But that, that's another good way of doing it. Yeah, so submit everything. Every time you go in and change something, make sure you go back and save it. Because if you don't, it's going to disappear and you're going to go back in next time, log in, And you can't find anything in there because you didn't save it. So always make sure that you save things. Okay, I think those are my big tips for your registration and login and email. Oh, once you've completed that, it's probably taken you a good half an hour, especially when you have to upload a photo or find the photo first, then crop it or whatever you want to do with it, and then upload it. By the time you finish that, probably nearly half an hour gone, go back to your profile, your payment page, check if it's changed. The status has changed to paid. If it hasn't, just keep an eye on it because um, you want to get it all uh, done as quick as you can, and you want to be able to go in, do the questions in your wallet for your new wallet, and create the new wallet because you can't do that, or you shouldn't do that unless everything else in your back office is approved. Are you with me? Good. We shall go places with everything then. You'll be smart in what you do and you won't forget if you just follow that pattern all the time. Trust me, I know because, hey, I look for any quick way to do things without forgetting anything. And it can be done. You can forget what you're doing sometimes, you know. You can go and then you think, oh, did I do this? And did I add this? If you do it that way that I've shown you, go to the marketing page, fill in your sponsor, go to your genealogy page, check if the sponsor's been approved in there, go down to your payment page, pay your fee, back to the profile, fill in your whole profile. By then, everything should be paid. You then go up to your new wallet, fill out the questions, tick all the boxes, the right boxes, and voila, you can go and get your new wallet created and registered. Once that's done, that's you, all over. So make it easy and less stressful for yourself by following all those little things. Um, I can't ask you any questions because I can't see any chat at all. And the person who's supposed to be telling me who's asking questions has left his desk. Anybody asking questions, Keith?
No, just me and Carol. Just Carol and I.
Is she not answering any questions? Asking?
No.
Okay.
Oh, good advice right there.
Hey?
Absolutely. You got good advice right there.
Oh. Okay. One day we'll be masters at this. We'll have screens right around. Maybe we should just put it on a big screen and just sit there and look at it. So, no questions at that stage? Okay. Let's move on to something else exciting that I can fill in probably the last 2 or 3 minutes with. And is there anything anybody wants to know about cash flow? Yeah. Cash flow registration. No?
Good advice about the kids.
About the
Kids.
Oh.
The kiddies.
Oh.
Cash flow, nah.
Okay. Well, after today, we have one that is registered for cash flow starting Tuesday. And I guess you're one of them too, Carol. Yes?
Yes.
Yes. And I think there may be another one as well. Wow, look like the class is going to be full of Kiwis. The All Blacks. We should all wear our All Black t-shirts.
Cash flow, yes.
We should all wear our All Blacks on Tuesday. That would be a laugh. Yeah, so, you already know how to join your cash flow, Carol. I know that. But just in case there's somebody out there that reads this later or listen to this later, you can get back to me and I can give you the link. Yeah, I can then give you the link and probably show you how to do it or how to get into it and we just go from there. Okay? So, I don't have anything else to talk about and I'm on time, would you believe? And I can't think of anything else that I've left out in the registration process. Because, it's something a person can register and know how to register just like that, but you always have hiccups, I tell you. When you think it's going to be smooth, everything's going to flow, it doesn't. And that's when you start getting aggro at everything in front of you. And you start, those nice words start popping out of your head and you start thinking, what have I done wrong? Because you always blame yourself for all the human errors that occur. Hey, sometimes it's not. Sometimes, the system may be slow. And it's not sending the emails to where you want to send it to. It's just gone on a go slow sort of thing. So, yeah, don't always blame yourself, but just go and double check everything you do. Okay? So, that's me for another night and another week. And I probably won't broadcast until next weekend because it seems to suit my timetable. As you know what it's like from Monday to Thursday night here in New Zealand, because the Americans are still coming. They're still behind us, so they kind of throw us out of disarray sometimes. And they think nothing of it because they think that we're on the same time frame as they are until we start saying good morning and they're saying good night. And, they start saying, oh, well, okay, they're in a different time zone. Yes, we are, we go. So, thanks for coming, Carol. Always, I do like to have you on my broadcast. And we'll wait till you when you broadcast and we'll be able to critique, as they say, critique in a nice way. So, you can all go to bed now because, well, I hope I can too. So, thank you again and we'll catch you at school Tuesday.
He said, no worries.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Ka kite, which means see you later.